Welcome to Best Practices and Experiences for Transnational Learning, Integration and Language Learning. This is not just a podcast. It is an exploration of innovative ways to empower migrant children and their families. The AMIF Fund supports the initiative as part of the SCHOOLINHUB project aimed at creating a more welcoming society, proud to protect children's rights, and a more inclusive school as a cultural hub able to lead preschool children with a migrant background in learning a new language. Join us on this exciting journey to discover good practices that create connections between different countries.
Welcome. You are listening to the podcast, which is a part of the SCHOOLINHUB project. This episode is about the integration support for migrants in Poland. I'm going to talk to Marta Brzozowski, an academic teacher who is working within Erasmus Plus project. Can you please give us some overall information on migration situation in Poland?
Good morning. When we talk about migration, we should start with understanding this process. There are many reasons why people migrate. It can be relocation resulting from their employer's needs. It can be relocation because we want to be closer to our family. But in many cases, the reason is the economic situation, poverty, or war. Due to that, support during the migration should be adjusted to the needs of migrants. There are people who easily adapt to new environment. However, there are also very hard situations when care and support are needed on different levels. The migration situation has changed in recent years under the influence of many factors. In Poland, it is mainly dependent on two elements: the geopolitical situation beyond the eastern border, the war in the Ukraine, and the economic situation. Analyzing the statistics and comparing the current year 2025 with 2019, we can see very large increases in the number of migrants. Most often, these are people from countries such as Ukraine, Belarus, Georgia, India, and Russia. Due to the war in Ukraine, the number of migrants in Poland from Ukraine has increased almost 4 times since 2019. There are over 10 times more migrants from Belarus. On the other hand, the number of migrants from Georgia has increased almost 6 times. In case of migrants from India, the number is 3 times higher, and from Russia over 2 times. It can be seen that the dominant groups of migrants in Poland come from cultural cycles similar to Polish ones, which certainly facilitates integration.
However, for various reasons, support for migrants should take place at many levels, including institutional, social, and societal ones.
Institutional support is provided primarily by the district family assistance centers, but there are many programs and funds in Poland to support the integration of migrants. The assistance includes financial help, support in learning Polish, access to social workers and advice, as well as support in contacts with other institutions. Additionally, non-governmental organizations can apply for funds to implement their own integration projects.
Can you describe few of those funds?
First one, which I would like to talk about, is Individual Integration Program. Foreigners covered by international protection can apply for IIP, which provides support in everyday matters, such as finding housing, assistance in finding a job, access to education, and assistance in establishing social contacts. This is an individually tailored program, under which an employee of the Municipal Family Support Center provides supports in everyday matters and helps in obtaining financial resources for a period of 12 months. Support can be also provided by foreigner integration centers. There are places where migrants can benefit from learning Polish as a foreign language at level A1 or A2, including for children. There can be an information and advisory point. There is psychological care for children, support in the legalization of stay, legal support in the area of employment, and workers' rights provided by the National Labour Inspectorate or a legal advisor, an adaptation orientation course, counteracting domestic violence and human trafficking. In addition, foreign integration centers can also help with learning Polish, professional Polish, consulting in the area of entrepreneurship or family law, psychological care for adults. There can be one-day trips for children showing Polish culture, improving language skills. There are summer camps for foreign children combined with learning Polish. There are also activities for the host society in the form of workshops, trainings, debates, social activation of foreigners, or organization of information meetings for foreigners on various topics. In addition, migrants can also receive support from personal assistance for foreigners in offices, schools, at the post office, in the bank, at the doctors. They can get some material support with food, hygiene materials, purchase of textbooks, school supplies. In some cases, they can get also medical support, financing doctor's visits, purchase of blood pressure monitor, glasses. There can be career counseling, and of course, what is quite important for social integration, there are cultural events such as culture days, meetings on the occasion of holidays, familiarizing with Polish customs, joint film evenings, integration meetings including culinary. Migrants can also get help with written translations, like official documents, employment certificates, diplomas. There is also support for socializing kids by sports events or support for children in school and kindergartens in the form of employing a cultural assistant. But there are also initiatives funded by European Union. One of them is Asylum, Migration and Integration Fund, which is an important element of integration projects. AMIF co-finances integration projects, including projects supporting education, employment and health of migrants. There is also the Interreg program, which supports regional and local projects aimed at helping refugees, migrants integrate into local communities. These projects could contribute to the creation of a friendly environment in which migrants and refugees can support Europe with their skills and abilities. The European Commission co-finances also the Sirius network. This network supports the education of children and young people with a migrant background through strategic actions at national and international level. The network brings together migrants and refugees, as well as researchers, decision makers, and professionals involved in migrant education. For education purposes, there is a School Education Gateway, an European online platform for schools funded by Erasmus+, which enables the exchange of information and materials and access to services on topics related to integration, cultural diversity, and the integration of newly arrived students with a migrant background. Another tool is the e-twinning platform, which connects schools across Europe using IT tools and offers school leaders and staff the opportunity to share their experiences and offer each other support. The Commission has offered over 100,000 refugees and newly arrived migrants access to online linguistic support. The initiative aims to help them integrate into society in their new country by helping them learn the local language.
What about NGOs? How they can support migration?
There are also many NGOs in Poland that help migrants. An interesting initiative is the Migration Consortium, which includes the Association for Legal Intervention, the Polish Migration Forum, the Ukrainian House, the Nomada Association, Homo Faber, the Polish Hospitality Foundation, Migrant Info Point, Amnesty International Poland, and the Helsinki Foundation for Human Rights. The mission of the consortium is to work with refugees and migrants so that each and every one of them can fully enjoy their rights and freedoms. They want to create a broad platform for joint activities, exchange of experiences, improving the quality of work and public debate in the area of migration and integration in Poland.
It was institutional support. What about social and societal level?
It is also extremely important to support local communities that integrate with migrants through joint activities. Very often it can be a simple invitation to the existing interest groups, communities, where various events take place. For example, picnics, sports events, culinary cycles. But also schools are such a place where integration can be on various levels, and they integrate various environments. They can invite different societies to take place and to take actions in some events that they organize. Due to that, our SCHOOLINHUB project aims at providing support for migrants while learning language activities, because communication is the key to the integration. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for sharing your precious time with us. Keep in touch and follow the updates on the website www.schoolinhubproject.eu. Stay tuned and help us with your suggestions to build a more inclusive society.